Hey track fans, how you doing? And welcome to Monday night for a change. Or good evening, everyone. And because it's not 7:30 in the morning, I grabbed myself a beer. Hoorah! Anyway, so check this out. Straight in there with slot cars. Who would have thought it's a slot car show? There you go. Look at that bad boy there. Oof. Now, if you stay tuned, I don't know if anyone saw any of that on YouTube. Had an issue with Facebook, so I've deleted it. Anyone on Facebook, sorry, come over to YouTube. We're all here. Good evening, everyone. So as I was just saying, look at that, straight in with the motor. Yes, that is a part of, well, I'll tell you in a bit. So stay tuned, and I might have some action photos of it. So I'll put that there, just there, until we get to the segments. So I'm trying out some new lighting. What do you think? Let me know in the comments while I say hello to everyone. So Daz, you are going to bed, and what's this he says here? Remember to hit the thumbs up and smash the cowbell. Well, you best do it. Daz has spoken. Rob, Amya, good evening and good night. Vienna, Rob. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, Dick. Good morning, Dick. It's like 6 bell in the morning there. Wow, 6 o'clock in the morning. Gee whiz, can you imagine that? Me at 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, it's bad enough me normally at 7:30 in the morning, right? But love it. Good evening, Andy. Rahul, you're here. Rahul, what do you think of the new lighting? Trying out the new lighting that we said about the other night, i.e. turning the big light off and giving me some more of this nice kind of warm studio light going on. Like it. Roger's here. All right, Rog, how you doing? Happy days. So Colin, good to see you, mate. Yes, it was indeed. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Good evening, Gaz. There it is on the shelf. Oh, Mr. D. Hello. How you doing, Steve-O? You all right, buddy? We've got Andy and Steve. It's like we've got Mr. D slot drag racing in the house tonight. Brilliant. All right, Dan, Keith. There he goes. I messaged you earlier as well, just to let you know I'm sending the other mug tomorrow. It's Monday set. Yeah, I don't know. What should we call this? We should call it Monday Mayhem. Get in there. Brilliant. And Mark is here. Don't be fooled by the name. He's in disguise as he's Mark. Hello, dude. Guten Abend. Good morning, Carl. Good morning, Nico. Guten Abend. Nice one. Cheers for confirming, Rahul. I just asked everyone what the lighting looks like because I've turned the big light off over there and I quite like it. Nice. Right then. So how's everyone's week been? I tell you, it's not been too bad this end. I did have a message from Dave Slotar earlier. He said that it's Daddy and Bubba time tonight, so he might not be here. But you never know. We've got tons of great chat going on at the moment. So why are we doing it on Monday night, not Sunday night? Well, that is the question. Normally, I would say about now, you're watching Sunday Slot Car Sessions with me, Pete Brown, but you're not. You're watching Sunday Slot Car Sessions on a Monday or Schmundat. as Roger says. So, Shmundat slot car sessions in the house. We're doing it tonight because yesterday was the Milton Keynes swap meet, and I was down there. So I'll tell you what, I'll tell you about that in a bit. Let's get into it. No, I've not been on holiday, Steve. It's the lighting. Makes me look tanned. And no, I haven't had my teeth whitened either to make me look tanned. Oh, 38 degrees in Australia. Man alive, you guys are cooking. Okay, let's get into it then and see what we can work out. It's better. Right, so show must go on, and we're here tonight rather than yesterday because Milton Keynes swap meet was on, and it was fantastic, absolute genius. But before we do, and it's getting late, so if any of these guys are tuned in, quick shout out to the young track fans. Even though Wilf borderline might have gone to bed, I don't know, he might be kicking his heels, seen a notification Uncle Pete's on. But Albert, Wilf, good evening. Good evening, Leo, Maya, Ruben, Jacob, good evening. Leighton, Charlotte, Sasha. Great live stream on Saturday, Sasha, with Rahul and MP Massimo. Hi, Isabella, Lewis, and George. George, you should be in bed by now. Cameron, Elliot, Rowan, and Eleanor. In fact, actually, Dave Slottar, Rowan should be in bed. And you should be here, but we'll bring that. We'll chat tonight about midnight, like usual. Dave and I normally start chatting at about 11 o'clock when I'm thinking about going to bed, and then it drags out until midnight. It's his fault. It'd be fun, they said. Chatting about slot cars, they said it'd be fun. But there you go. Yeah, exactly. That's right, Rahul. I was down there with my suitcase. Oh no, Steve. Well, I hope you're feeling better, mate. And so does Andy. Top draw. So yeah, there it is. Right, can talk about it a bit more now. I knew I got some slides coming up on it. The MK swap meet, brilliant. It was busy. I'm going to do a video on it, as you know, as you'd expect. So you can see what I saw from in there with the sort of opportunities I got to leg it around the place before, manning my station or chatting to whoever moved. So yeah, it was. I think they had about somewhere between 350, 400 people through, which is amazing because at 10 o'clock on, I'm being WhatsApped here, people. Cheers, mate. So at 10 o'clock, there's like literally probably 250 of those 300 people queuing up and ready to kick the doors in and come in. And totally free to NSCC members, and £1 if you're not a member, which, to be honest with you, you can't even get a coffee at McDonald's for that. So that's pretty good. Glad you're feeling better, Steve. Nice one. So we had Pete Shepherd was there, Racing Replicas, big friend of the channel. Ian was there, Magnetic Racing. Tara and Steve were there from 132 Scalextric Figures. You had Roger Barker, you had Phil Smith, you had tons of great people that, you know, I'm not going to sit here and read out. Julian Mark from Scale Models, amongst many. So it was really good. Lots of bargains flying around the place. And I got a couple of things which were quite cool, which I might share. I haven't got them to hand, so I'll share them at the weekend. We'll do that then. That will be cool. But yeah, I had a good time. It was the first time I've been down there with a merch store. And just to see how it worked. So it worked okay. I covered the cost of the stall and able to realign with a few tweaks and knowing what possibly would work better next time or what might need improving on. But yeah, it was a good experience for me. So to anyone who is watching this tonight, that I saw down there that watches the channel and, you know, come and said hello. Thank you very much for watching. First off, excellent. And it was really nice to meet you guys. Keith and Sue, amongst many if they're watching now. I know he's using his mug. So there you go. Nice to meet you guys. Anyway, let's get back to it. Right, here we go. So this week is the week, everyone, that we go over to Conquest Racing Club for, yes, slot car shenanigans. It's that time again. I can't believe it's come round already. It's been nearly 2 weeks since the last one. Rahul's probably just fallen out of his chair thinking, what? It's this week? Yes, it is, brother. It's this week that we go shenaniganing, seeing if we can disrupt the internet with totally amazing slot cars, great community banter. It's on slightly later in the UK at 9:30 and 4:30 Eastern time. So everyone's got a chance to see it if they're working late or working or sleeping. If you're over the pond, my normal shows, which is to be understood, because quite frankly, I cannot stay up past midnight. I'm of an age where I'm just gone. I'm toast and fast asleep. So this gives us all an opportunity to be able to watch a collaboration between Rahul and I doing our third slot car shenanigans. We've not got cancelled yet, so it's going to be a good show. Do tune into that, and it's on Conquest this week. So I'm going to do I'm sure Rahul's worked on the thumbnail, or maybe possibly tweak it by tomorrow, because I want to start putting out a little bit of a couple of posts here and there to just remind ourselves that we're going to be on Thursday night at 9:30 UK, 4:30 Eastern, and get it in. Yeah, Keith, you're watching. Utter legend. Yes, you do. It's 15 ounces. A pure cup of joe. That is what that cup is. I do like it, but, you know, it does come with its downsides. I'm not elaborating. Awesome. Righto. So, yes. Last week, sorry, not last week. The last show, we were... Oh, Nico, you utter legend. Yes. Please, hit the likes. Last week, the last show. Come on, put your teeth back in, Pete. God, it's not even the morning. Do better in the morning. Maybe I should just not do it in the evening. I'm only kidding. We've got some good stuff to see coming up. So, yeah, the last show we covered the NSR releases. That was pretty cool because I'd seen a couple of releases by Slot Car 2021 and by That Slot Car Guy. Both did reviews of the NSR catalogue, which were pretty cool. I think Dave Kennedy might have put out a montage. I can't remember. Sorry, Dave, if you did. And it was our version of the review. So just chatting over what we thought. It was quite interesting, actually, because there were some cars in there that I thought Rahul would pretty be like dribbling over, but he wasn't. He was actually like, meh. I think is the word the kids use nowadays. Like, what is it? It's meh. M-E-H on a message. I remember texting my son once, a while ago. I was like, hey, how you feeling this morning? Because he had about of what Mr. D had, I think, from reading between the lines. and Lucas replies back to me, goes, meh, in his text. So I phoned him up. I was like, what's that? And he goes, meh. So, yeah, there you go. Oh, mate, Ted, great to have your company. So you've got about 10 minutes and back to work. Quick, hit the like button like Nico said to do. But thanks for your company, Ted. It is lunch o'clock where Ted is. He's grafting away. He's having a break at the moment, watching some of this dribble. You're never going to get this time back, Ted. I'd use the time wisely, mate. But thank you for your company anyway. I was just telling everyone about Slot Car Shenanigans. He's on again this Thursday. The other things we looked at were the new Le Mans miniatures, the Charade. That is looking cool. I'm getting one of them. I don't care if I have to swim the Red Sea. I'm getting it in. That is a smoking hot bit of car. I love that. And then we sort of had a look at what was hot and what was not and discussed sort of like a traffic lights reaction cam. Well, Mike got the traffic lights mixed up a bit, but, you know, once everyone had got over it, it was fine. That's what I thought. But yeah, Yeah, there you go. So, slot car shenanigans, bring it on. Thursday. I can't believe that this was actually last week. My good Lord. And I'm not even remotely religious. Sorry, David. And you know who I am. You know who you are. But yeah, so I can't believe that it was only last Sunday, like a matter of 7 and a bit days ago, that we went to Margate for our track fans jolly outing. Oh, what a session that was. That was brilliant. As you can see, me and the co-host legends, Ruben, he did well. He did so well. He was there right through all of it, working the camera, doing the helping, doing a bit of the linking as well. It's brilliant. And then that's Daz Hall, everyone in the background. Daz Hall can't be with us tonight because he does back shift, which is sort of half one start on the trucks. He drives lorries, so he is out delivering stuff so we can all eat tomorrow. Well done, Daz. Cheers, mate. But he was down at the Margate weekend and having a great time. That's the like monitor, everyone, right there. Daz Hall on a live like monitoring is what Daz was doing. Brilliant. Yes. So thanks, Daz, for that. Thanks, Ruben, of all people as well. If you watch this back, mate. Hang on a second. If you're watching this back, get in there, mate. That was perfect. You were really good. Well done, Ruben. Fantastic. So some other people that come with us. Got from left to right, you got Mark Petch. He's in the chat, disguised as Christopher Petch. But don't be under any illusion, that is Mark right there. And he had a great time. Then you got Aid, bang, slap in the middle with his cap on, looking cool. And you've got Ian on the right from Magnetic Racing. He came down. That was cool. Did us some personalised phone holders. The Track Fans Margate Tour 2024. That was awesome. Thanks, Ian. You are a legend. And it was good to see you yesterday as well, mate. Aid, if you're watching this back later or tomorrow, Adrian, right? Aid drove. Check this out, Track Fans. Aid, the guy in the middle right there, he drove from Derby to Lincoln to Northampton to Margate and then reverse. 580 miles of driving in the 2 days. What a hero. What a hero. Good. Ruben, you're watching. Nice one, mate. Excellent work last weekend. Excellent. Good to see you as well, pal. I hope that leg's not too itchy. Just don't forget, tap up Mr. D, Steve, and you can get yourself a knitting needle. We all know he knits. Come on, Steve. We all know. And just slide that knitting needle down there, and that will be like, it'll be such relief. Such relief. Yeah, there you go. See, Ruben. Rahul is pipping in, and Rahul does lots and lots of live streaming as well. So he, of all people to know if you've done a good job, it's him. So thanks for that, Rahul. Thanks, Ruben. Well done. And then, of course, while we were there, it would have been rude not to have a race on the track. Live racing, including the out of the box challenge, which is a BMW M3 yellow livery, Benson Hedges. Sure, I don't know if you saw this at the start or if I was having issues with Facebook, but there it is. There is the car, the Scalextric BMW M3 Benson Hedges. And it is quick. It's quick. It's good. It's a really nice car. And we, 3 of us bought this car. I think maybe 4 actually. Maybe 4 of us bought the car to take it out of the box, pop it on the track right there and race. Out of the box challenge. I'm not quite sure who won because it just turned into a massive free-for-all. With all sorts of cars going on. There's the Batmobile. There was Mercedes AMGs, there was Volkswagen van T1Bs, there was literally everything. All right, let's just have a quick catch up. So, good. Bristol Slot Car Club merch is on the way. to Ruben. Excellent. Ah, bro. Cool. Yes. It was a bit laggy, the internet on the show, on the live show last week. I don't know if anyone watched it back or anything, but I tend to proof watch my work. So I'll watch it because it's live. I have to watch it back. I can't pre-watch it and then launch it. So watching it back, it's very laggy. I'm probably going to send the link to Scalextric just so that if they get a professional team down there from like the telly or something, or a real telly, that they have to pay to come down, then they're not going to get the same experience, the same kind of lag. But even though the sound quality was great, you could really hear all of the banter. It was consistent sound. It was just the video that was chopping in and freezing a little bit. But it did in some instances make for good laugh, because 1 minute we're all looking at the screen, the next minute we're all looking at each other like wetting ourselves with laughter over something. So, but you're hearing it unfold, but you just didn't see it, and then you see the reaction. It's quite weird, but anyway, you have to bear with that one. So we're doing some racing, and here, there you go. Look, in its former glory. Look, Aid is in WhatsApp. There you go. So that is just stunning bit of kit. Liked it. There you go. It is now following the Hornby Jolly Weekender. It is now well and truly on the shelf, queening it up with the other ones. I want to take care of it. I want to look after that car. I don't want to treat it like my normal cars, where they just get like, you just have too much fun. That's all I'm going to say. When you have a lot of fun and you use something a lot, it tends to wear out, fray and break and snap and whatever. Anyway, back to the show. So yeah, that was what I thought. The Weekender was brilliant. I mean, it wasn't so much, the place was, great, but it was really, really the people that went down there that really made that weekend. We met on Saturday. We went to, I can't even remember the name of the pub. Someone remind me the name of the pub. The Barnacle, I think it was called. What was the name of the bar we went to? The Barnacle. I think it was called the Barnacle. Anyway, we went to let's be British. Let's be English. So we went to the Boozer and had a Swift one, or two, or three. And then we went for dinner, which was, let's say, hit and miss. So some people it was hit. Mark's curry was really nice. My dinner was atrocious. So if anyone's going down to Margate and you go to Nando's, and Nando's is queuing around the block, and you turn around and there's a Thai restaurant across the road, don't go to that one. Go to Ask Italian next door to Nando's. Probably going to work out better. So yeah, that was great. Then we got up in the morning. We piled into the Wonderworks nice and early, 9:30ish, panicking a bit because all the doors were locked and no one was answering their phones. Well, we got through that. We found the kitchen door was open, and my mate, well, not my mate, well, he's a mate now, Vince, guy who works there, he's like, I was like, yeah, I've come to film, Vince. He's like, oh, bro, go down to the patio door and let yourself in then. So he was ever accommodating. Vince down at Hornby Wonderworks, what a legend. If you ever watch this, mate, top man. I'll buy you a beer some point if I see you out, because your customer service is just ridiculously good. And then we did the show with Ruben and Daz and everyone, and then we went into there. It was just a fantastic experience, one of which we're going to relive. Not necessarily as in terms of, hang on, yeah, going to Margate, but we're going to relive the dream of all getting together again, and maybe take a place over, get a track set up, have an evening of racing something, and a few beers afterwards, or a few beers during and before. You never know. That that's going to be cool. We're going to do that. We've got a couple of places on the short list for pilgrimages. One of them is just about as far away as Margate. I mean, what are we thinking? But it will be worth it because I've not been. Don't think anyone else has been. The people at the other end would definitely want to see 10 of us turning up on their door. So we'll sort it out. I think we'll do that. Maybe later in the year, sometime between the Slot Festival. So Slot Festival is May. So May, and then 6 months later, December is the Winter Market. So 3 months in between. So June, July, August. So maybe sometime in August or late September, once all the kiddlywinks have gone back to school, we could set up another kind of Saturday and Sunday, another sort of 2-dayer with an overnighter involved. Get that on the go, maybe, I don't know, at the pilgrimage place possibly, or in the Midlands somewhere, could do. So we'll have a think, put some thought into that, make it a good event. And then anyone else who wants to come are always more than welcome because, more the merrier. I might not even come last in the race. Brilliant. Right, let's move on. So, I want to talk to you about slot car clubs and slot car racing because it's going on at the moment. What I've noticed as well is if you think back a few episodes, we looked at the Mini HO Club. I can never pronounce it. The Derwin, whatever it is, track. They get together every now and again and race on this guy's track in the house because they can't get to a club. There's no club near them. And the thing is, what I hear about all the time from the Americans and the Canadians, and in some cases, Austrians, not you, Nico, Travis mainly said this, it was too far to get to a club. It was the club would only run one night a week, and it was on a night where they were committed. So they couldn't go, or they can't go. But why not, if you've got a few of you in a similar area, or even within an hour's drive of each other, then you could possibly set this up. Even if there's 3 or 4 of you, it's got to be worth getting together for a race. So that's one aspect. The club racing, I think, generally in the UK is treading water. So some clubs are killing it. Other clubs are, finding it difficult to get the numbers through the door. And it's not a case of what night it's on. I think it's a case of, it's just, I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. But we're working on it at Rockingham. I know Wolverhampton are working on it as well, which is to get some people infused into the hobby and into racing as well, whatever racing it is, whether it's classic racing, the CSCRA, Classic Slot Car Racing Association, or whether it's Brisker style racing, 1 in 24, drills, I call it, dentist drills, they're known as, and you do Brisker style racing, or which is British Slot Car Racing Association, or even if you do digital racing like Disca, Gary Skip's mob, Gary and Alex's mob. There's facets there for you to try out, whether you enjoy analog racing or digital racing. If you try it and you don't like it, you can try something else. But what some ideas on how to sort of get people to raise an eyebrow. And definitely, what's the next stage of getting people to commit, get up on a Thursday or a Friday night and go down a slot car club and have it out with perfect strangers playing with toy cars? I don't know. So what I've decided to do, just start to put out a little bit more information about what I'm doing at Rockingham Slot Car Club. Daihi's here. And Chris, you all right, Chris? How you doing? Here he is. Chris is in. I'm just rabbiting on, mate. That's who would have thought it? Right. Yes, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop out a little bit more information about what we're doing in there. So rather than sort of putting out a short or a reel or a post with a picture of a car going, look at that, actually give some people an idea. Because some people might think, well, I've not really got any race spec cars. I can't go up there because I haven't got a car that's race, you know? So, but if you look at the list that I've got on the screen here, well, you've got virtually every brand for a start. So if you've got a Fly, if you've got I've never heard of a Spirit, but if you've got a Spirit, or if you know a Slot It, Thunder Slot, because I use my Thunder Slot Lola T70. However, I also use an NSR Porsche 908, but I need to change the tyres on that because they suck. I've got some tyres on that I think are a bit too big. Typical Pete. Yeah, they'll fit. Just glue them. Just glue them. But obviously, if they're too big, then they debonding. Oh, hang on. I'm going racing at Gary's place. Gary's mentioning here that there's 500 Nico going for each race at his place. Get in there. Right, where'd you... Gaz, I've got your address. I'm coming over. Brilliant. So yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying was, so what I wanted to do is just show you guys on the show. I'll put this out on a post in the week or last week, I don't know. It all merges into one here. About what cars you can race within this class, which is happening at Rockingham for the next 3 Fridays. And then what we do is we have a break for a week, as in a different class, an individual class, like maybe F1 Polycar, or maybe NASCAR, or maybe whatever. I don't know. So then we will have another season. So it'll be 4 weeks of, I don't know. It'll be GT3. Yes, 4 weeks of GT3. And then what I'll do is I'll post out all the cars that are eligible for race for you to bring to the club and race as a GT3 entry. But you don't need a car. If you've not got a car, come down and check it out, or go to your local slot car club, because I can tell you now, they'll lend you a car, they'll lend you controllers, they'll let you try a few different cars out to get a feel for what it feels like, how they go, how they brake. It's really, really cool stuff. And they want you to come. They're gonna, hold out the hand, shake your hand, and get you on the track. And then before you know it, it becomes a really, really important social event in your weekly calendar, or bi-weekly calendar in my case. In my case, I should say. Come on, it's Monday night. And if you just tuned in, you're watching Pete from Track Fans TV doing belated Sunday slot car sessions on a Monday night. Next week it'll be Sunday at 7:30. 2 weeks of disruption. We are back on track the weekend coming. No, you definitely shouldn't lend me a car. Listen, I'm just going to tell you straight that you shouldn't be lending me a car, because we've already discussed that I like it when the shiny side skids along the polycar track, because it's like perfect weathering. It's like weathering heaven. When you, and then what you find is that when it stops sliding, it then starts to do a spin on the track as well. Oh, brilliant. Amazing. So yeah, I don't know if anyone here actively goes to Slot Car Club. I know DNA, you do. You go to, let me remind myself, Scale Auto, that's right. And Rahul sometimes goes over to, is it Ernie's or is it Billy and Amanda's? I can't remember who's got the tracks. Well, they both got tracks. Slot Car Dude, he's an avid racer of all scales, all classes. Just give him a controller and he is racing. Chris, do you go racing, mate? And, oh, Mark. Hello, Mark. I didn't see you sneak in. Sorry, mate. I wasn't being rude. I genuinely didn't see you come in. I think the chat auto renewed itself. And just while we're saying hello, John. Nice to see you from Melbourne at early doors. Well, you're not alone. Dick is watching as well. He's got one eye open and one eye on his pillow. So there we go. I don't know if you guys are out racing at all, local clubs or anything, John or Mark. Brilliant. So Rahul's been filling up his cart on 132 slot cars, and it's all DNA's fault. And Rahul said that he's going to bring some of those BRM cars over here for me to have a closer look at. And yeah, and then he'll forget to take him home, and I'll have to look after him. I've got you, Rahul. I've got your back on this. So yeah, I'll let you decide which ones you bring for me to check out. Don't worry, there'll be plenty at the Slot Car Festival, UK Slot Car Festival, which is happening soon. I've got a slide on it actually for later because I've forgotten the date already. It's been such a this last 2 weeks, I tell you, this last 3 weeks has been a massive, like blah, just blah, just time is just morphing into each other. It's an incredible period for time just evading you. Unbelievably. All good though. Really good stuff. Hello, Colin. You all right, mate? How you going? Just catch up with everyone. All right, Don's in the house, people. Good to have your company, fella. So you go racing at Ernie's. Right, I'm with you. Is that the place that's got the big, long kind of oval, which is an embanked corners at each end where I saw all you guys racing on and stuff? Is that Ernie's? Yeah. At least you're honest, Daihi. He's a sleeper. Daihi likes to sleep in, everyone. In my view of slot car clubs over one day for 9 to 5, it's not viable, sustainable. Yeah, that's right. I think, Dan, maybe you should open a slot car club, mate. You should give it some thought. I reckon you just need to do the market research. Questions you got to ask is, if no one's got a slot car club in your town, why? Because after 60 years, if it was popular in your town, someone would be making money off of that. And Greensland Slot is Nico's track. And nice one. Cheers, Nico. Thanks for sharing that. Oh, you did. You got down to Marty's. Was it good? I always see him racing in the background. And I'm like, no. See, my basement is, you see how much space I've got behind me? I kind of got, like, I could stretch my arm out and the arm to just there. I can probably do that again and touch the other wall. So to have like Marty's basement, which to be fair, you could nip in there if, like, you know, the nukes come over, and that's a nice size. He's got a nice place there. It's good. It's good apocalyptic real estate he's got going on. So in the event of an apocalypse, the zombies come, head over to Marty's basement. But do take some fuel for the generators so we can play slot cars. Marty! And there he is. We're coming over in the apocalypse. Oh, it's going to be brilliant, mate. We're just saying about the size of basements, and you have got a huge one. What? Stop the press, everyone, and check out the comment on the screen right now. No way! You won't, Rahul. I'm telling you now, you won't, because January the 3rd, 2025, someone, whatever brand, is going to release a massive Mopar or GT3 just banger, and you're gonna go, I'm getting it, and there it'll be. You'll be, you know, on the back on the wagon. And on the 4th of January 2025. You'll be able to say, I'm Rahul. I'm 1 day clean from buying slot cars. I was 3 days clean yesterday, but they bought out that Mopar, and now I'm 1 day clean. Help! I need help. Oh, brilliant, mate. I would. No, I think you'll be all right. I think there's some nice stuff coming through the pipeline. Definitely what I've seen in the last couple of 3 weeks, for sure. Oh yeah, Don. Nice. Yeah, are you over the pond as well, my friend? Are you over in the US of A? Well, Rahul doesn't really need a house for his collection, Dan. What Rahul needs to do is offer out maybe like a I don't know, like a kind of extended library service. So Rahul is like the library. He's got all of the, all of the editions, let's say. And then what we do is we rock up and we go, right, we're going to need all of these. So Rahul like stamps them out to us, and if we break them or damage them or whatever with them, we have to pay for them. But we've got 10 of them, and then 10 of us do that. There's 100 cars off his shelf, in good hands, insured, and he gets to collect some more with the newfound space. See, I've got a plan. That's the plan, Rahul. Oof, 25 degrees at 6:30 a.m. over in Australia, everyone. My good lord. Okay, right, sound. We have got Rahul. Put that link in the chat, mate. I don't mind. Or no, put it in the comments actually. The link is for Ernie's track in Canada, where Rahul goes racing. So he's going to put it in the comments section. That'd be sick, right? What are we looking at then? What's next? Oh, because I know that you all thought for a second that the only thing racing in a classic sports car event is the old Porsche 908, right? No, not if you're Dick Gardner. Boosh comes in with an NSR P68. Look at that. That is a lovely piece of kit. And then, just to just to make it even more wow, it's not red. It's green, in case you're colorblind. It's the green version. Don is in from Kentucky. Slot busters. That is right. Okay. Has anyone got one of these P68s, just out of interest? Oh, Rahul, mate, we're going to have the best time. I tell you, the utter best time. All of us are going to have the best time. I'm just laughing now because it's really tiring. So, I just going to think, I used to go, right, because we used to get back at the end of each day, whatever activities we were doing, Trav and I, and he'll be fine with me saying this because he laughs about it anyway. But we get back from the end of each day, and it's been full on. Whether we've been to Scalextric Hornby, whether we've been to Mercedes-Benz World, whether we've been to Williams F1, whether we went to Wolverhampton Slot Car Club, whether we went to Slot Festival for a couple of days. At the end of every day, we were literally knackered. We go back to the B&B, to the apartment, and we'd dump a bags, get sorted. I'd nip out for a bad habit, and I'd come back in. It'd be Sparko. It'd be like, gone. So I can't wait till you guys come over and actually see it for yourselves. And no, it's going to be good fun. So Chris here is saying, yeah, NSR Ford P68 runs great. Oh, the Rothman, yes, the Rothman's one is just really nice. Yeah, I'm just considering that now. That is, I do like a Rothman's livery, so I was kind of warming on it lately. There was a few Rothman's liveries in the classic Formula One race from the Winter Classics a couple of 3 weeks ago. And just seeing the kind of blue and the white and the gold bits all work together really well. I'm thinking about it. And if you're, if you want to find out how to go to these race meets as opposed to just a club night, are even more welcome at those places as well. Plenty going on. You can find it all on Slot Forum website. So Slot Forum, that is cool. Here we go then. Track focus. Yep, got a couple of tracks, a few tracks to have a look at. Because Track Fans TV, the clue is in the title. It's a giveaway. Oh, brilliant. So what are we looking at? We've got some tracks to get into. And get into it, we will. Oh, actually, just before we do, good news, everyone. I didn't tell you about this at the top of the tree. Good news, Track Fans. Da-da-da-da, check it out. It's here. Look. Do you remember I ordered a new laptop back in start of January and I got sent cat food and we were worried it might be a scam? Oh! Well, anyway, last Friday, I finally got my refund from Amazon and put it out there to some friends, let's say, the inner circle of trust. You know who you are. And I said to them, look, I got to send this laptop and it turned out to be cat food. Brilliant. So I've waited all this time. The laptop's still up for sale. And do I buy it again? Do you think it was a scam? Or do you genuinely think the drivers nicked it or something untoward? So there's a couple of people said, no, buy it again, because if cat food turns up, you'll get your money back, and not to bother with that, because it's a good laptop for the money it was. It is really a good find. So I thought, well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Buy again. And the next day, my laptop turned up. So I am able to produce video again with some kind of ease, some kind of processing power. So I've got a couple of videos in the pipeline. I've got the Milton Keynes swap meet, so I can share with you guys. I can give you an insider view of what happened down there. And also, I'm going to review something. I don't want to give it away just yet because I've only used it once before. So I got to do a review, nice story behind it. You can see my experience. So I'm working on those two videos. I've done the filming, so I'm now in the editing stage. So with the new laptop, it's kicking some butts, and I'm loving it. Yes, we did. What did you get, Rahul? Remind me. Apart from a full cart at 132 slot cars. So track focus, let's get stuck in. That's really what we come here to see, isn't it? Track focus. We didn't come here to listen to me ramble on, although some people like listening to a quintessentially British accent. Rather. But no, we've come to look at tracks, and more tracks. That's what we do. So, people like Magnetic Racing and Boone and Slot Track Scenics, they build up these amazing tracks, Lance Edgecombe. And then you get the lay guy like me, who is limited with track knowledge and track information. In regards to, the scenery aspects mainly, I can set up a load of good tracks. That's no problem. You've all seen that. But what I like to do is just see what people around about my level, and which, I will be sort of, shoot me down if I'm wrong, but David Volk, obviously you're an exception. But we're around the same kind of level. Rahul's a little bit higher level than us because he's really good at scenery and creating the magic on, scenery. But so what I do with track focus, for those who are watching that are new to the show, not tuned in before, we just take a look at some tracks and we figure out what we like about them. So maybe one or two aspects you can take away using your own tracks. Or share a lot of, if you've completed your track or you haven't got a track yet, you can share that info with someone else who's in the process of theirs. Just share the love. Oh yes, sorry, yes, Rahul. I remember the lens. Yes, that is a nice bit. Again, very well priced, I tell you. If I was contemplating, in honesty, just before we come back to Richard's track, I was contemplating on getting a lesser specification a laptop and buying that same lens. But then I thought, get the laptop. I need the power. I need the processing power for 4K video and all of this funky stuff. So do that. So anyway, back on point. Rich Catchpole. Check him out. So he's got a Scalextric track. I really like it. The thing that stuck out is he's actually made it. He's got upstands on it. So when you do an upstand, you got upstands. I haven't got upstands on mine, but I really want it. However, possibly going to look to do a house move in spring, or well, look for a house, which means we'll be moving early September, October. So I don't really want to go. I've made my track solid because I've had to put extension 200mm planks on each end of it to get the track to fit on, even on the reduced size track. However, I'd need to take them off, then separate the table. And if I put side up stands on, then I've got to take them off, then the extensions, then the separated track. It's just coming on and on. So I'm kind of minimizing what I do. But I do like the fact here that this guy's got super long controller cables. So which says he's not afraid to roll it and smash into corners. Cool with a K is in the house. Good evening. Cool. How you doing? Emmerdale can wait. Brilliant. Now listen, Daihi, let's not have it out with Rahul. Rahul, he just doesn't, let's not camera shame him. He's only got 2 cameras, so, now he's got his second camera. He's the rest of us. But no, I don't know. I don't know if he's got room for any more cameras. Rahul, maybe. It's tricky. Yeah. Yeah. It is true. Rahul is the tech guy in the hobby. I love this for him. He's got his, he's right there. He knows cameras. And Rahul, if you ever want to offload any of them cameras, let us know what you're selling and what you're selling them for, and I'll gladly, mention it over this side of the pond, see if anyone's interested. And but otherwise, yeah, cool, man. I can't wait to see that new lens. So upstands, big fan of this for Richard's track. Hold on, ruining it, wrecked it. Big fan of that for Richard's track. I do like the long cables. Not thought about that before, but it makes complete sense. Complete sense. To the point that I don't even know why I haven't thought about that yet. Like his little flyover on the far left-hand side as well. It's kind of like it's got the R2 flyover and he's built the pit lane underneath it so you can go store garages. He's got that lit. That's pretty cool. Rahul, brother! Next time, let me know what you want and what you're selling. Thinking about getting one of those little walkie around cameras that you have on the stick. That little stick thing, whatever it is. Oh, if you're going to be a bear, be a grizzly. Definitely. Okay, so next track is from Nico Vogel. Love it. Carrera, of course. And... oh. Right. Okay, so I'm just having a look at this Carrera track and seeing how it works. Because in honesty, because it's so wide, Carrera, or it's wider, I was just seeing how the main straights work at the front, because you got 2 next to each other. I was like, has it got a 4-6 lane track there? But then I've just completely realised it was 2 lanes together. And really cool. Really like this. I had to crop the image, but trust me, these slot cars on his wall go right up. A lot of elevated track on this, but with this elevation that he's got, it's going to be really easy to salvage his cars if they come off the track at any time. Yeah, so Rahul is Rahul, I think, has seen this track before because he's like saying as well that this is an awesome track. I don't know where Nico's based or whether he tunes in and watches the show at all, but Nico, thank you very much, mate, for sharing this out there for me to share because this is a great track. That's a huge tyre. I've just noticed the tyre as well. That is a huge tyre. It's almost like an F22 that I put on my Polycar F1 car, like proper chunky. But no, nice work, mate. That is a great track. Track lighting everywhere as well, I've just noticed. It's like the track that keeps giving. So the next track is from Alfred. Now, Al has got a dilemma. I need your help with this track, fans, for Al, because Al's HO track here, he's not really a fan of the borders, the yellow borders that you can see. So he's put a question out on social media asking, what else could he use instead of plastic borders? What else could he do? Now, I thought their Slot Track Scenics do these kind of plastic advertising boards that you can either lean up next to the track or they kind of go on clips that clip to the track. Now, I've used a few of these and I've used them and I've glued them to the tyre walls on my wood routed track. So could I glue one on one side of the barrier and one on the other side of the barrier to create some advertising, almost like A-frame boards, but stuck to the barrier? So you don't see the barrier, you just see these higher, consistently straight advertising boards. I don't know. What do you reckon? What could Al do here to hide these barriers? These barriers, that's the right word. So if you're watching, 1 second, hold the phone a second. There you go, that's better. So if you're watching this back later or tomorrow or on Thursday or whenever, and you have an idea about how you could help Al, that would be most helpful for Al. So if you know how to fashion the different look than these borders, I mean, I've used the barrier technique myself quite well, so you could do that. But if anyone else has got an idea, let us know. Al will be grateful. And also, moving on from last week's, I haven't caught up with him yet, but does anyone know if Lance Edgecombe got his Ferris wheel position right on the corner of his track? So I'm out of touch with that. Right, here we go. Great idea. So I've got this, I found this, and this is nice to show people who are considering setting up a track or enlarging their track or just thinking of how to make their track, in my case, a little bit more stable. Because in my track, I've got two sheets of plywood, which are 2.4 by 1.2 meters. So 8 by 4 foot in old money to, anyone who doesn't know what meters and centimeters and millimeters are. So it's 2440 by 1220 millimeters if you're an architect watching. I don't want anyone to feel left out at all. And I just literally, I've screwed it in like battens to the underside so that it keeps its flatness, its rigidity. Because I've used 12 mil ply. Yeah, 12 mil ply. Screw the battens on, and then I balance them battens over two old kitchen tables from like the last 20 years that seem to be hoarding up the garage. So they've been used as my slot car table supports. But what I'm showing you here, and why I wanted to share this from Chris Christensen, is he's actually took the time out to do a proper CAD drawing, or actually this is a CGI illustration, computer graphic illustration, CGI, on how to do his track. sorry, how to do his track table. God. So it starts at the bottom left. He's made his own boards, his own. So what you can do is get what's called a horse bench, and it's an A-frame. It is literally like the builders use it. It's like this. It opens like that. You put it on the floor like this, and then you put whatever on top like that. And you got one over there, one here, one there. You open them up. You put whatever on top. There you go. So that's what a lot of people do in that situation. That's sort of what he's gearing to here. And then he's built the top and put an upstand on it. We all know I'm a fan of an upstand. And then that is how it looks. So if anyone was thinking and watching this back and thinking, oh, you know, I want to make a bigger track, or I've got some space, so now I can, you know, now I've got the option to expand my track, and I'm gonna, before the missus puts a gym or an ironing board in there, or walking wardrobe with clothes racks, rails, and all sorts, then yeah, you can get that sorted. And then just to show them what it looks like at the end, it is a really nice piece of work. Just looks really good. So well done, Kim. Nice work, mate. Okay, so we talked about Milton Keynes swap meet earlier, how fabulous that was. If you went there and you liked it and you want to do it again, the Orpington swap meet is on the 21st of April, which by my calculation is the month before the UK Slot Car Festival. So this one is, again, Ramo with slot cars and slot car related stuff. I'm not going to make that because I've not got a car and it's in Kent. Kent's near Margate, it's mileage. But I do know a lot of the people that were there yesterday at the Milton Keynes, the MK one, will be at this one selling the wares. So good luck to you guys. I'm going to flog the death out of this for the next few weeks for you guys and try and make it a little bit more out there so you all have a great show. No, it's going to be great. You guys are going to have a great time. Really jealous that I can't be there, but I'll be up here thinking about you guys. Okay, so some other stuff. Here, hang on a second. What we got here? We've got some comments I missed out on. There've got to be some shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm with you, Dan. Yeah, a little plastic card. That's right. Yeah, I think that's all the ones that STC. STS, Slot Track Scenics do. It's about 2 centimeters in diameter and probably about 25. So 250. Yeah, about 250 by maybe 30 mil. Yeah. All right, let's catch up with you guys. Okay, I read that one. Chris is using work vinyl signs. Oh, that's a good shout. Ah, okay. Yeah, I love it. Nice one. Chris, you genius for putting millimeters in there. I know exactly how big that is now. I used to sell mosaics that were 50 by 50 millimeters. So, yeah, that's about right. Yeah. Don't know H track for scale. Colin's saying he used plastic hard in barrier clips, which works well. Yeah, send us a picture, Colin, and what I'll do as a follow-on, I'll either share that on the Slot Car Shenanigans on Thursday, which starts 9:30 UK time or 4:30 PM Eastern, and I'll either share it on there if Rahul's cool with it. He's running the show this week, or I'll throw it into Sunday Slot Car sessions on Sunday. But either way, that would be really good to see. I'd like that. Thanks, Colin. Aha. So DNA is the smart money's on Daihi. Is got a modular table. Retaining wall and catch fence for your track. I love it. Are you going to spray? What colour's the catch fence going to be? Mine's green. Because I tried to spray catch fences before. Actually, I can show you. I've got it. There, look. So I tried to spray from green and it still looks green, even though it's got like half a ton of primer on there. Anyway, enough of that. Okay, Daihi, see you later, mate. Take it easy, buddy. Oh, now we're talking, Steve. I was waiting for this. So the 6, yes. So if you're gonna, we were talking about slot car clubs. Come on. We were talking about slot car clubs earlier. But Steve, thanks, mate, because Steve runs Mr. D Slot Drag Racing. And if you want to know what happens down there, I've done a couple of videos. Look back in the feed on the video section and you'll see them. They're full drag cars on the covers of the videos. He's got, so in Chelmsford, the 6th race of the season is on the 16th of February at Cathedral Primary School, Victoria Road, Chelmsford. Are excellent. So if you're watching this back later or tomorrow and the live chat hasn't popped up on your feed and you can only see comments, actually, Steve, if you've got the capacity to copy that and paste it into the comments as well, then that will be seen by a lot more people, because believe it or not, a lot of people don't realize that the live chat isn't available, or they are, but they just potter in, so they'll have the full screen on. So if you put that information in the comment section as well, Steve, then we've got 2 chances of someone reading that and getting some people out drag racing to Friday night on the 16th. That's it. Attention! Vernon's here, late for parade, Sergeant Major. Send him to the guardhouse for 10 p.m. and they will have their way with him. Jolly good. Good to have you on board, Colonel. Well done, Vern. Yes, exactly that right. That's exactly right, even. Okay, so other news. What's gone on in other stuff? Oh, yeah. Does anyone want to buy a Warsteiner? It's come to my attention today. Well, these are very sought after cars indeed. And alas, our good friend, Rob, he has to sell his. So for a bargain price of £80, this Revo slot, which I can tell you now, has not been run. Well, it's been run around the track and then put on the shelf, and I know that because that's what Rob does. It is as pure as the day it was opened. If you're in the market and looking for one of these, Rob Sale, here he is. You can find him on YouTube. He's got his own YouTube channel. He's prolific at running short videos. He does shorts for breakfast, literally. He's looking to sell his 1 in 32 scale Warsteiner Revo slot Mercedes. So if you want it, hit him up. He didn't know I'm going to do this. He said today he's trying to sell it. So he has no idea that I was going to put this on here tonight. But anyway, Rob, I hope it gets it shifted for you. Do drop him a message. And if you want that in your life, there's one available. One previous owner. He was a lady. Sorry, Rob, I couldn't resist that. Because he's the man's man. I could just see him like chuckling at that. Yeah, so one former lady owner, Rob. It could be yours. Comes with a logbook. Get some while it's there. Oh, there you go. See, Nico is backing me up with it. Rob is king of the shorts. Totally. Oh, Chris, take it easy, mate. And I hope you get what you need to get done. Thanks for tuning in, bud. It's amazing, like Don said earlier, to get actually to speak live with you guys. Absolutely spot on. So see you later, Chris. Take it easy, buddy. Okay, right. So Mark's just bringing up and just sort of mentioning about the catch fence that we were talking about earlier. So I was struggling to paint mine, but it seems like Mark's got it nailed. Did you prime it first then, Mark, or do you just spray it? Because that's what I've had to prime it. That was all primer on there. Interesting. I might try and spray it then and just see if that actually does work. Anyway, we're digressing into a chat about catch fences. Man, what have our lives become? And you know, we're like, that's cool. Okay, right. So I've got some news. From Mag fans. And what I want to do is I want to share the screen because I want to show this to you in video format. Live from yesterday at the show. So one memento, please. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share the video clip. If there's any swearing in the background, wasn't me. So apologise for that. But Magnetic Racing have brought out a new product and it's looking good. So the prototype is here at the show. Still refining it a little bit. Ah, okay. Here we go.
And here we are at Magnetic Racing. Well, we don't need no introduction to the stand because they're firm favourites of swap meets all around the country. So Ian was just going to get, hello, what's that? Is that a double? Is that a 4-lane phone holder time counting gantry?
It is.
And a 2-lane time counting phone holder gantry. God, that's a mouthful. And now what we have here is a world exclusive that might not be exclusive by the time I've edited this, but at the moment it's an exclusive. It's, what do you call this seesaw?
Tilt bridge.
Tilt bridge, there you go. There is a technical term. Fantastic, I love it. Look at this engineering. Right here, ooh, a broken engineering. Get me out of here. Let's see. The point. It's good. All right then, we'll just, damn, he stuck it down.
I was going to pinch it.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I was planning to nick it, but you made it easy.
I'm out there. I'll see you later, guys. So that is the new Magnetic Racing, whatever it called it. It's always seesaw in my head. So that'll be available soon. I liked it. That is going to make for some epic airborne crashes. I think if you saw the competition a few weeks ago where Magnetic Racing set up the ramp and launched the car, and where the car landed next to the name was who won that gift. I think they can do it off of this ramp. They can just literally fly up that ramp and then land where the prize winner is. Yes, I'm definitely going to order one for myself as well, Rahul. Absolutely 100%. because it just reeks of fun. It just smacks of fun. What I'm all about with slot cars. I love it. Okay, here I told you it would be popping up sooner or later, didn't I? UK Slot Car Festival. Now, sorry if you're outside the UK. I really do hope you can make it. I do genuinely hope you can make it. If you can't make it, well, it's not just me and Trav there this year bringing you the action, and maybe Wayne as well. There's actually going to be 4 of us. Yeah, 4 of us, not 1 but 2 but 3 but 4 of us bringing it from the Slot Car Festival live. A lot of it will be live, and you know what we feel about live is you can't unsay what you say on a live, as I well know. That is the one. That's it. Aha! Kidda is in the place. You're right, Kidda. I knew you'd be watching somewhere. Yep, Polycar on Saturday. Lovely job. I'm not racing it this year. Unless I get that car built and sort the pinion changed on the new car. No, I'm not doing it. It was really difficult. Hold on a second. We've got... Here we go. You ready? Janu. I'm live streaming on the TV, mate. Yeah. Turn YouTube on. Turn YouTube on. Brilliant. He's going to watch this back tomorrow or later. He's like, oh no, it's the live, I forgot. Janu he's one of the racers in Legend. I like Janu. He's one of the racers up at North Staff Slot Car. Oh, don't tell Mac, but Mac, that was one of your cars that's just fell off the display. It's okay. Yeah, Janu races for North Slot. He races at North Staff Slot Car Club. Is calling me right now to find out if I'm going to the GT3 opening day at the GT3 Championship up at South Manchester this Sunday. So if you want to race GT3 in the GT3 Championship, go and race. You don't have to go around the country doing them all. You could just race in South Manchester and then that's it. You just come lower down at the end of the year. But if you just want to race, that's what he's calling. Oh, there he is. Here he is. Janu, I was just saying to everyone where you are, who you are, and what you're about. And you just like realised that you rang me while I was live streaming. And the look in your eye when you realise it's just comedy genius is like... So, if you can get down there this year, come on down. UK Slot Car Festival. I'm saving up now. You know, I like to do this little siphon of a £5 or a £10 here, a little Ayrton Senna or a Lady Godiva. And I might get down there as long as I don't get a speeding ticket like I did late last year, which proper dented my winter market fund. I should be okay. I reckon I might save up about 50 or 60 quid. So fingers crossed I can get some cash and get a car. Because that would be travesty, is going down there with no car. Right then. Here we go. Yes, Nico, you and me both, and the Massimo and the Rahula. Slot Car Magazine, for those of you looking for a digital sunset or a bit of coffee time or a bit of whatever in time where you feel the need to read a magazine. This is your moment. You can buy it online or you can get it from Pendle in store. Just add it to your basket and it'll go in your next order. It's a £5 in print, or it's, I'm not sure how much it is online, but you download it as soon as you bought it and bang, it's in your inbox and you're reading slot cars. Particularly useful if the internet goes down. So if the internet goes down, or worse still, there's a power cut, which means you can't play slot cars even if the internet's down, then you've got something. You've got something, because you're not going to be able to use your airbrush if there's no power. You need something, and the Slot Car Magazine in your apocalyptic outlook is it. So there you go. Right, what's this? Vernon's coming on Saturday for the Slot Car Festival, UK Slot Car Festival. Awesome. Rahul's talking about a house full of YouTubers. How many cameras will be rolling? This is the worrying thing, Rahul. I've got a feeling it's going to be a bit like the Big Brother house. That is, I'm going to be having to, you know, watch myself as I'm walking around the place. Utter genius. So there you go. Right, that is the end of the slides, everyone. Check that out. We got ourselves a show. We had a show. It was a good show on a Monday night. This is weird. This is so weird doing this on a Monday night. Like, I've talked to Rahul, talked to Travis, talked to a few other people. You know, just to run ideas past each other and see what, you know, here's an idea. What do you think of this for my channel? Like, you know me, you know what I think. What do you reckon? And they'll go, yeah, it's good, or maybe not, or it could affect, this could happen. And I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't think about that. So I went like a while back, maybe about 6 months ago. I think it was when I went to Malta. Do you remember that time I went to Malta for that wedding and I broadcast live afterwards? I was still thinking there, do I move the time of the show maybe to Sunday afternoon, like early evening, not to clash with Dave's live streams, but like sort of 6 o'clock my time? And then I was like, nah, because it's the evening and I'm much better in the morning. So the morning, it will continue. Right, what we need to do is we need to wrap it up now. So I'm going to say a couple of minutes to say our sort of round it up and sort of stuff. And then I'm going to say goodnight, Vienna. I've got to get up in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. Worst luck for work, but I've got to do it. So yes, Nico, yes, we need a massive Wi-Fi. So I've just read Rahul's comment. I should have read first. Massimo says we're setting up a confessional. Spoken like a true Italian Catholic. No, we're not setting up a confessional. We're setting up a diary room, which is a confessional for the non-believers. And yes, we are going to need significant Wi-Fi. Well, the place has got Wi-Fi, so that, I think that's okay. There is talk of us getting a mobile broadband, like a dongle. That looks like, actually, I'll tell you exactly what mobile broadband looks like. Because, I mean, don't tell anyone, but when my business went down, I actually took away both of them. I had one, and then I bought another one. So this is actually what we're talking about getting, Rahul. So I've got it here. I've got what we need. We just need a SIM card or something that you put in it. Because look, that's what it looks like inside. And that's a TP-Link. It's 2.7. Is it? No, it's not. It's TP-Link M7350. Man alive, I can't see nothing. I need glasses that work. Fortunately, I took care of that the weekend. They will be ready on Sunday at 11 o'clock. Boosh. Because these have got scratches. I can't see anything now. So Rahul, we've got the tools. We just need the SIMs. I don't know how that works. So we'll talk about that on maybe a Zoom or maybe tomorrow or Wednesday, whenever we're doing our pre-show catch-up. Brilliant. Yeah, 5 o'clock start, kidder. That is for me. Oh, nice. Well, you know, I might send my cars over. You can paint them for me. Okay, guys, gals, I'm gonna wrap it up and love you and leave you there. It's been weird doing it on a Monday night. been weird. It's been fun. It's been good. I've enjoyed it, but it's been weird. It doesn't feel right. It's kind of, I'm in a basement, and I know I'm trying a different lighting on this episode for a reason, to see what it performs like through the whole show. I think I'm probably going to go back to the bright light, because this lighting makes it feel like it's nighttime in the studio here, which is kind of surreal because it is nighttime, but it feels like nighttime compared to usual because I've not got the main light on. So weird. That's what it is. So on Sunday, I'll turn all the lights on like usual and you'll see it from outer space. I love it. Excellent. Cheers, Mark. Marty, you're still here. Oh my God, I feel like royalty. You've stayed for the whole stream. I thought you'd have done the Travis, just popped in. All right, guys, and then out on business and more editing and recording and stuff. Thank you, mate. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Good night, Andy. Take care, and everyone, whatever you're doing, stay safe. You know what was this? Yes, that's what they used to say. Be lucky. And if you can't be lucky, be careful. And on that note, I'll bid you good night. See you soon, Track Fan!